Hi guys, I'm super excited. We are going to make this pen holder today. This is a beautiful dolly pen holder that we will be making. For this, let me tell you the material that is required. First is you require a circle. This is a wooden circle you can take or a cardboard piece which is 6 centimeter diameter. You require Fevicryl molded. You require white glue or Fevicol, a scale, a toothpick, some kind of a pen which opens from the front. I will explain later as well. Cutter, scissors, talcum powder or chalk powder. You need brushes. The colors that you need for this are red, white, black. I have used a golden, yellow and green. We will also need our homemade Mod Podge that we had learnt in the first video. So let us quickly get started to make this beautiful dolly pen.
So as we start the project, for the lower part of the doll, we need a 6 centimeter diameter cutout cardboard piece. If you have a wooden piece, that is fine, otherwise a cardboard piece will do. Okay. You can cut it out from any ordinary cardboard you have. We'll take the two parts of molded and a pen. Now in the pen you should be very careful that the ink refill of the pen can be changed from the front and not from the back side, because the back side will be fixed up. Now we are going to fix the pen in this way onto the cardboard sheet. So the back side will be covered. We can only change the refill from the front. You have to keep that in mind when you are doing this project. Now I have mixed the two portions of molded completely into this homogeneous mixture where the difference of the color of the mixture is not visible at all. And now what I am going to do is, as a first step, I am going to fix it onto this cardboard sheet. So we are going to take a little bit of powder. We are going to apply powder. This is normal talcum powder that I am using on the top side of the molded mixture, and we are going to apply it onto the bottom side generously so that it is not so sticky. Now you can use a rolling pin or you can use any thin or thick pencil or a marker to roll it onto this plastic sheet into a thin, long kind of a strip. Now once we have rolled it into this kind of a strip, I am going to put the cardboard on top of it and I am going to cut the necessary size using a cutter the way I am doing right now. Now just remove the excess amount of clay and keep it aside. Once you've rolled it, what you do is just cut the extra parts like these and just remove the extra part very gently. Don't put too much pressure from the top because that will also spoil the shape of the circle that we have just made. Now very delicately just lift the plastic and just remove it. So now you have to give a kind of perfect shape. So what you do is, put a little bit of talcum powder, put it onto the plastic. We will put our white glue or Fevicol onto the cardboard sheet or on the wooden piece that we have, and we are going to stick the rolled out molded onto it. So just very delicately lift it, place it. Now smoothen the top part using the talcum powder or chalk powder. Now here try to be very delicate when you are smoothing it, because otherwise the impression that comes onto this rolled in part initially will stay till the end. Just remove the extra parts like the way I am doing, giving it a finer finish from the sides. So this way, just keep removing, keep smoothing the corners. I am smoothing the corners using the powder. Okay, the smoother the finish, the better it is going to look as a base for your pen holder. Now also I am smoothing the top and the sides completely using the talcum powder. So now what we are going to do is, we are going to take 2 equal quantities of molded, and I'm going to fix the pen cap, and on the sides I'm going to make the 2 shoes of the doll. So take equal quantities to make the shoes of the doll. So first of all, take some amount of clay the way I'm taken and roll it. Now what I'm doing is, I'm again rolling it into a thin sheet so that I can cover the pen cap before I fix the pen cap onto this cardboard sheet. I can't fix the pen cap like that. I have to cover it so that we can color it beautifully later on. So just cover the pen cap by rolling it the way I'm doing now. Apply little bit amount of Fevicol is So now I have rolled it, and I am just cutting the extra amount of clay from this using the cutter like this. And now very gently I am going to cover the whole thing. But before I do that, you put a little bit of Fevicol onto the base so that your molded stays in place and sticks properly to the cap of the pen. Okay. Now just roll the clay and just cover the edge. Now it is important that the edge is completely covered so that it is not visible when we stick it. Okay, just take a little powder in your hand and stick it. Now there are 2 things to be kept in mind here that are very important. One is that the edge should be covered completely, like the way I am trying to cover, and second is no amount of molded should go in the inside part of the cap where we hold the pen, otherwise you will not be able to hold your pen straight. So just keeping those 2 things in mind, we are going to make the clay very smooth using the talcum powder or the chalk powder, whatever you have with you. Okay, I am making sure that the pen can go in inside properly. Okay, no amount of molded should go inside. Okay. Now I am going to take a very small portion of clay to cover the portion of the cap which is left. I will cover it up also very properly by using Fevicol. See, I am covering it with a very thin layer here. And I am going to merge it with the lower part so that the line or the crack is not visible. Now I am putting a dot of Fevicol and I am going to fix the cap of the pen straight like this. I am not putting it in the center, see. Okay. Now take 2 almost equivalent quantities of molded in your hand to make the 2 shoes of the doll. Okay. Just shape them into these egg kind of a structure, broader from one end and thinner from the other. Okay, this way. And take another one. Try to make them as identical as possible so that your doll's feet look very symmetrical. Now see, both of them are equal. Okay. So I am trying to give the shape of an oval kind of a thing from one end and thinner kind of an end from the other using my powder. So once you are satisfied with the shape of the feet, what you do is we are going to fix it using Fevicol or white glue. See, now I am satisfied that both of them are identical, and then I am going to fix it. So if you are satisfied that they are identical, it is going to help in making your feet of the doll better. So just fix it and attach it to the cap of the pen. So attach it, see, I'm attaching it in such a manner that it also supports the cap of the pen, and when it dries up it becomes solid and it is a long lasting thing. So just smoothen the shoes and attach it as a support to the cap. You can give the desired shape like I am shaping them using the talcum powder. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to decorate the feet of the doll. To decorate the feet of the doll, I am taking these small rolls. I'm going to make a small bow for the feet of the doll. So I'm making this small roundel and then I'm shaping it in the form of a triangle this way. Okay, in the same manner we are going to make few more pieces. So they are going to have a triangular kind of a shape. Now put Fevicol in the front side to put the bow. So as I'm fix two triangles, and in the center of the triangle we are going to fix a small ball. So the ball has to be smaller. Okay. So I've made these two balls from that single ball and I'm now fixing it in the center of the bow. Okay, now once you're satisfied with the bow, take more clay in your hand and we are going to roll it into a rope. So just take one finger, press it with one finger or two fingers so that it gets rolled into a long rope. So just roll it into this long rope. You can take talcum powder to help you roll it into a long rope. Okay, it should be consistent. That means the thickness should be the same across the rope. Now apply Fevicol, very less Fevicol on one end. and we are going to create a spiral. See, very delicately create the spiral. Don't press too much because then also the shape of the rope will get spoiled. See, now you can see from the side that a beautiful spiral has been created, which is going to give an aesthetic value to the cap of the pen. Now you can take a pencil and draw the shape of the feet. You can even take a cutter or any other tool you have. I am taking a normal pencil and then I'll smoothen it. So this is going to create a demarcation between the skin of the doll and the shoe of the doll. So now what I am going to do is I am taking the back side of the pencil and I am creating an impression on the base. You can see this circular impression on the base I am creating. You can create an impression using anything. You can use dots, you can use a cutter to create a brick, whatever you want you can use to create an impression in the base. Now as I am creating the impression on the base, I will just now be careful that the impression stays intact till it dries. Now we are going to cover the pen. I have kept that aside so that the impression stays intact. I have taken more amount of mixed up molded and I am going to put it in between plastic sheet to cover my pen area. So that again I am taking talcum powder, putting it on both sides of the molded and I have rolled it into this thin sheet. Okay. Now what we are going to do is we have to cover the pen. We are not going to cover the whole pen, but approximately 3/4 of the pen we are going to cover using this. Don't make it into a very thick roll because otherwise your pen will become very heavy. Okay. Just apply generous amount of Fevicol onto your pen so that we can cover the pen completely. Just make one thin roll, okay, one thin roll around the pen so that it doesn't make the pen really heavy. And I'm going to just cut the excess amount of clay using the cutter. That's it. Now with very gentle hands just mix the clay that we've put on the pen and just blend the cut. Just blend the cut in such a manner using a lot of powder in your hand so that the line is not visible. See, when I am blending it, you can see that the line has disappeared. In the same way, just blend it into a perfect mix so that the line is not visible. So now you can see that I have blended the clay onto the pen and I have made it into this smooth surface. Now what we are going to do is we are going to smoothen it, and now we are going to create the head of the doll. So just get your clay together and take a small amount of clay in your hand. Now this is going to be the head of the doll, which we have to fix on top. Now take a pencil and create this so that it can easily slide into your pen. So just create this kind of a hole in the clay and then slide it over. Once you slide it, give it the perfect rounded effect so that it can become the head of the doll. Now I am going to smoothen the head completely till I am satisfied with the shape. Now you should be satisfied and it should be completely blended properly. Now what we are going to do is we are going to roll it into a thin sheet, and I have cut these smaller strips. Now this is going to become the pleats of the frock of the doll. So just cut the uneven parts, and for the remaining parts we are going to create the pleat of the doll. Now in this, the main is to blend the line of the cuts. So just blend the line of the cuts so that the blended line of the cuts is not visible later on when the doll gets completed. So now to make the frock, I am using these pleats. So I am just giving it a pleated effect here. And I am going to curve it from here and there to just give it a natural skirt effect. Now we will be putting another layer on top of it. So I have created a similar size layer and I am putting on top of it, and I am just pleating it. and I'm going to make it up and down so that it gives the feel of a cloth or a fabric. So just smoothen it wherever you think there are any cracks or folds that you need to fill in. And now we are going to do the hair for the doll. For the hair again, I'm going to roll a thin roller. I'm going to roll it out. Take your scissors and cut the necessary shape for the hair. Now here I am only going to cover a part of the hair because we are going to make two braids or two chotis on the side for the doll. So I'll just cover the top part and cut the excess part with the scissors. Now secure it into its proper position. And flatten it. Now you have to give a shape to the hair. So here for shaping the hair, I'm going to use the cutter. So just use the cutter to create random lines to give an impression of hair. So in this way we are going to create the impression of hair. Don't press it too hard that it goes inside the rounded part. Just give an impression on the top portion for the hair of the doll. Now for making the two chotis, I have made 3 thin rolls like these. See. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to try that these 3 are absolutely similar in width. And I'm going to attach them from the top. And then we are going to make the choti. So let me show you how we will make it. So like the normal braid that we make, we are going to make the choti for the doll here. Now be careful not to press it too much when you are doing this because otherwise the rounded shape will get spoiled. Now we are going to make it for the entire length of the strings that we have made. So just cut off the extra that is left. And we are going to cut this into 2 parts. So I'm just measuring it into 2 parts, cutting it. I'll pinch the ends together. And now we are going to attach it to the dolls on both sides of the head. So just attach it on both the sides. Use Fevicol. Right now the choti is really big, so cut off the extra part which you don't want. Pinch the end. And just fix it to the side by putting a little Fevicol so that it stays on its place like this. Just stick it. Now I'm going to use a pencil to create a design of buttons into the body and the dress of the doll. Now I am going to use the pencil and the cutter to do the designing of the lower portion. And just use a pencil to finish up your design onto the doll. Now I am making a small bow for the hair of the doll here. So again I am making 2 triangular pieces and I am going to make a small circle in between. I'll attach it to the top of the head of the doll so that when we do the hair and we color the bow in a vibrant color, it stands out. This I am just doing to create a demarcation between the head and the clothes of the doll. So just smoothen the parts so that everything is very smooth when we start painting. It is very smooth. Now there is going to be a rounded version. The back is going to be flattened because I am putting it on this plastic to dry up. So that's fine. Now let me show you both the parts, the top and the bottom, both are ready. And I am going to leave them for drying up now. See. Don't leave the doll right now in the standing position because the molded hasn't dried up. So now that my dolly has dried up, I have done 2 coats of white acrylic color here and I have let it dry completely. Now I've taken out a little bit of white, I'm taking out dark green, and I'll be mixing white and green together here to create the base below the feet of the doll. I'll also take out a little bit of yellow to give a tinge of green with yellow and white. So just mix up your yellow and green with a dot of white. And now we're going to apply this light green color onto the base. So you can give a mixture of green, some parts can be little dark green, light green, shades of green. Now the back side or the back portion of the feet, I am doing them with a little darker shade of green. And just try to fill up all your grooves. Now see, you can see it is looking nice. The green color is coming out beautifully. So now I'm going to wash my brush and I'm going to start coloring the hair of the doll. So I have taken out black and I'm going to do a flat color of black on the hair of the doll. Because it's a 3D figure, just try to give color to the grooves on all sides so that there is no white color that is visible later on when the doll is standing up. Now you can see that my base is dried up. Once your base green has completely dried up, what I'm going to do is now I will start painting the shoes. So I'm taking white and I'll take very little of red to make a beautiful pink color. If you already have pink color, you can directly use that. So I'm going to make the shoes of the doll in pink color. Now fill up all the impression and the grooves also that you have created with the pink color. Now be careful here that the pink color doesn't come onto the grass below. So you can use even a thinner or a thin tip brush to do the edges as well as to do the fine lining on the top. Now in the same manner I have done the other shoe also, and I have let it dry. Now once it is completely dried up, then we are going to take red and white. And I am going to make the skin color. I am mixing a little red, a little white, and I'll give a dash of yellow. So this is going to help you make the skin color for the doll. And if you want to make the doll fairer, we are going to add a little bit of white more here, like I'm doing, and that the perfect skin color for the doll is ready. See, now you've got this perfect skin color. Now we are going to put the skin color onto the feet of the doll. You can again take a thin tip brush to do the finer filling up, okay, on the feet. Now in the same way I am going to fill up the skin color in the face area of the doll. If you've observed, I've done the full dress of the doll in the same color of pink as I did for the shoes. I've let it dry so that now I can do the skin color. Do the skin color only after your black is completely dried. And you can just take a little darker shade of skin color and do it on the edges if you want to give a shade to the face of the doll. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to take a shade of golden. You can take any glittery color that you have, but here I am taking golden, and with this golden I will color up the spirals. So take a thin tip brush and color up the spiral completely with golden color. In case you don't have golden, you can even use a mixture of yellow and ochre. So now you can see that I have completely done the golden on the shoe as well as the lower part of the pen. Now I am going to take out a little bit of white color. Now with this white color, I am going to create small dots in the shoe area using a fine tip brush. You can use a 000, a 00, and I am creating dots on the pencil holes or the pencil lines that I had done in the clay initially. Now I'm going to create this thin line to add more color as well as beauty to the shoes of the doll. So here I'm just shading up the bow a little bit using the white and the red. So in the same manner I am going to do the other shoe also. Be careful when you are doing your dotting work. If you don't want to use a thin tip brush, you can also do a dotting tool, to do this kind of dotting. Now I'm going to shade the bow on the other side also properly with the white and red. So now with the white color, I will create small dots in the upper spiral also that we had created. Okay, this is just going to beautify our doll further. So try to put the dots as equidistant as possible, keeping the same distance between two dots. So now you can see that the base is kind of ready. We are going to give a slight glitter in the end on the base of the green color as well. So for the doll also, now I am taking this red color and I will be doing this contrasting red here to complete the dress coloring of the doll. Now that my red color, pink color as well as golden color have completely dried up, I'm going to take white and I'll take a thin tip brush and I'm going to decorate the dress of the doll. It should be matching with the base part of the doll, so we are going to give similar kinds of dots and lines using white color. Now to make the pleats of the frock more visible, you can add shades of red and white here and there to make the pleats more visible on the frock of the doll. Now I am creating dots on the frock of the doll here and there. You can also create dots, or you can create flowers or stars on the dress of the doll as you desire. Now here, keeping it consistent with the shoe, I am doing dots on the frock of the doll. So now, because my red is a little wet, I am creating this dotted flower kind of an arrangement on the hair of the doll also. So I am using a light, very pale light pinkish color for doing these dots on the hair. So just do the bow of the doll. I'm giving a base of white, and on top of it I will be using my glittery gold. Now everything has dried up, and I'm going to now make the eyes of the doll. So picking the eyes, first make 2 ovals of white acrylic color with no water in your brush like the way I'm doing. Okay, just leave your eyes to dry up. Take a little bit of red to make the lips. Now we'll have to wait for the white of the eyes to dry up before we can finish them. So now I'm going to decorate the hair of the doll using the white. I'll just put dots to finish the hair of the doll. So now I'm taking golden color. I'll take golden color to do the bow. So on top of the white that we did, I'm doing a light thin coat of golden to finish my bow. I'll also put these golden dots here and there to finish up the hair decor. Now I'm going to just put a little bit of golden randomly on the base, so the impression that we gave on the base of the pen holder is going to come out and it is going to look very nice. The base of the pen holder is looking nice. Now my white has dried up completely. Take a thin tip brush and we are going to finish the eyes of the doll. So I'm just making these little tiny noodle hair. make the eyebrows of the doll, and we are going to put thin dots too. Very little, take very little water in your brush here, and we are going to do the eyeballs. So now you can see that the eyeballs of the doll are done. We are going to make the cute eyelashes for the doll. In the same way, do 1 or 2 eyelashes on the other side. So now I'm doing an outline for the eyes, eyeballs and the white portion. Now mixing white, little bit of red to just give an impression of pink on the cheek of the doll for both the cheeks, like this. Now we are going to let them dry, let both of them dry completely. Now I am taking my homemade Mod Podge. The acrylic color has completely dried up, and we are going to put a generous coat of the homemade Mod Podge onto both the base of the feet of the doll as well as the doll pen. In case you haven't seen how to make the homemade Mod Podge, you can check out the first video that we had created on the fridge magnets. I'm attaching the copy of the link in the description box, as well as it's going to appear on the screen right now. So just apply Mod Podge so to secure your pen holder for a longer period of time. So in the same manner, I am going to do a thin coat of Mod Podge on my doll also completely. Now once we've done the doll, we'll have to keep it on something to dry properly so that the Mod Podge from the front and the back, both areas, can dry completely. So now you can see that the Mod Podge is drying. I'll leave it to dry for some time.
Do like our video and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you can be notified as soon as we put a new video. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.